Have you ever stood up after sitting for a while, only to feel that familiar stiffness in your knees? Maybe it starts off as a dull ache, but by the time you've made it to the kitchen, it's turned into something more, something that makes even simple tasks feel like a challenge. If that sounds like your daily reality, you're definitely not alone. Knee pain is one of the most common complaints for people over 60, and while it might feel like just another part of getting older, there are ways to fight back, naturally, gently, and effectively. The truth is, inflammation is often the real culprit behind those stiff, aching joints. But here's the good news: nature has given us some powerful tools to calm that inflammation, right in the produce aisle. That's right, certain fruits and vegetables have amazing anti-inflammatory benefits that can help soothe your joints, support mobility, and improve how you feel day to day. And you don't need fancy supplements or expensive products to get started, just a few simple changes in your daily diet. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at 7 fruits and vegetables that can help reduce inflammation and support your knee health, especially if you're over 60. We'll talk about how they work, easy ways to add them to your meals, and why they could make a big difference in how your joints feel. So grab a cup of tea, make yourself comfortable, and let's begin with the first delicious remedy hiding in your kitchen. Let's start with something juicy and bright: cherries. These little red gems are more than just a sweet summer snack. They're packed with compounds called anthocyanins, which give cherries their deep color and their powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Studies have shown that eating cherries regularly may reduce markers of inflammation in the body and help ease joint pain, especially in people with osteoarthritis. Now, if you've ever had trouble sleeping because of joint pain, cherries might help with that too. They're one of the only natural sources of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep. And as you probably know, better sleep means better healing. You can enjoy cherries fresh, frozen, or even as 100% cherry juice, but just make sure there's no added sugar. A small bowl in the evening, or a splash of tart cherry juice in your water, can be a soothing and tasty habit. Next up is something a little spicier: ginger. Now, I know ginger isn't a fruit or vegetable in the traditional sense. It's a root, but it's too powerful to ignore. Ginger has been used for centuries to reduce pain and inflammation, and modern science backs that up. The compounds in ginger, like gingerol, work much like over-the-counter anti-inflammatory medications, but without the stomach upset or other side effects. Adding ginger to your day is easier than you might think. You can grate a little into your tea, toss it into stir-fries, or even blend it into smoothies if you enjoy a bit of a kick. If you're not used to it, start small. A slice or two of fresh ginger in hot water is a gentle, warming way to begin. Many people find that regular use over a few weeks can lead to noticeable improvements in their joint stiffness and pain levels. Now, let's bring in something green, crisp, and incredibly healing: spinach. You've probably heard spinach is good for you, but did you know it's actually one of the best vegetables for fighting inflammation? It's loaded with antioxidants, including one called camphorol, which has been shown to reduce the inflammatory response in the body. Plus, spinach is rich in vitamin K, which supports bone health and may help protect your joints from further damage. If you're not a fan of raw spinach, don't worry. It wilts down beautifully in soups, omelets, and sautés, and it blends smoothly into fruit smoothies, making it an easy add-in that doesn't change the flavor much. Try tossing a handful into your scrambled eggs or adding it to your lunchtime sandwich. Even a little bit, eaten regularly, can contribute to healthier joints over time. And here's something to keep in mind: the more color you can add to your plate, the better your joints will likely feel. Deep reds, dark greens, bright oranges, these colors often signal the presence of anti-inflammatory nutrients. Your plate should look like a rainbow, not just because it's pretty, but because each color plays a different role in helping your body heal and thrive. If you've been living with chronic knee pain, you know how frustrating it can be. It's not just the pain itself, it's the way it gets in the way of your life. Maybe you've stopped gardening, walking with friends, or playing with the grandkids as much as you used to. But I want you to know something: small changes can lead to big improvements. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. Just start by making little tweaks, adding a bowl of cherries to your week, sipping some ginger tea in the afternoon, or sneaking a bit of spinach into your meals. These changes may seem simple, but they're powerful. And as your body starts to respond, maybe with a little less stiffness in the morning, or a little more ease going up the stairs, you'll know you're moving in the right direction. Your body wants to heal. It just needs the right tools, and luckily, many of them are sitting right in your kitchen. Now that we've talked about some of these colorful, healing foods, cherries, ginger, and spinach, let's keep going. There are a few more fruits and vegetables that deserve a spot on your plate, and you might be surprised at how effective they can be. One fruit that often gets overlooked, but has some serious anti-inflammatory power, is pineapple. Now, I know it might bring to mind tropical vacations or summer desserts, but pineapple is more than just a treat. It's a healing fruit, especially when it comes to your joints. The magic lies in an enzyme called bromelain, which has been shown to reduce swelling, improve mobility, and even help with post-exercise soreness. What's great about pineapple is how easy it is to enjoy. Fresh chunks with breakfast, a few slices as a mid-morning snack, or blended into a smoothie. It's naturally sweet, so it feels like a little indulgence, even though it's doing real work for your body. Just remember, canned varieties often come with added sugar, so stick to fresh or frozen if you can. And if you're someone who struggles with digestive issues, pineapple might even give your stomach a gentle boost too, thanks to that same bromelain enzyme. Now, let's turn to something a bit earthier but equally impressive with beets. Yes, beets. I know they can be a bit of an acquired taste for some, but they're absolutely worth a second look. Beets are rich in nitrates, which help improve blood flow, including to your joints. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reaching those sore spots, and that can help reduce pain and stiffness over time. They're also loaded with antioxidants, like betalains, that fight inflammation directly. If you've never been a fan of boiled beets, don't worry, you're not alone. But roasting them brings out their natural sweetness, and they're fantastic when sliced thin in a salad with a bit of olive oil and lemon. You can even blend cooked beets into a smoothie with berries and banana. You'd be surprised how mild and pleasant the flavor becomes. And here's a little secret. Beet juice is one of the best natural ways to support stamina and energy levels, too, so your joints won't be the only ones thanking you. Speaking of energy and movement, there's another vibrant veggie that deserves a place on your plate: broccoli. Now, broccoli might not be the most exciting thing in the produce section, but when it comes to joint health, it's a quiet superstar. It contains a compound called sulforaphane, which has been shown in some studies to block the enzymes that cause joint destruction. That's a big deal, especially for anyone dealing with osteoarthritis. Broccoli is also full of vitamin C, which helps your body produce collagen, the stuff that cushions your joints and keeps them flexible. The great thing is, there are so many ways to enjoy it. You can steam it lightly and toss it with garlic and olive oil, roast it until it's crispy and a little sweet, or even blend it into a creamy soup. If chewing raw veggies has become a bit uncomfortable, cooking it softens the texture while keeping the nutrition strong. And while we're on the topic of easy, everyday veggies that help with pain, let's talk about red bell peppers. Not only are they bursting with color, they're also loaded with antioxidants, especially vitamin C, even more than oranges. That means they support your immune system and help reduce inflammation, making them a simple and powerful ally for your knees. What's wonderful about red bell peppers is how versatile they are. You can slice them raw for a crisp snack, sauté them with onions and a bit of olive oil for a side dish, or roast them for a rich, sweet flavor that adds depth to pasta, grain bowls, or even soups. And if you find raw vegetables a bit hard to digest, cooking them softens their fibers while preserving the nutrients you need. As you start bringing more of these fruits and vegetables into your meals, pineapple, beets, broccoli, red bell peppers, you're not just feeding your body. You're giving it the support it needs to feel better, move easier, and reclaim a bit of the energy you might have thought was gone for good. Eating this way isn't about dieting or counting calories. It's about nourishment, healing, and treating your body with the care it truly deserves. Maybe you've been living with knee pain for so long that it's become part of your routine. Maybe you've tried medications, creams, or even injections, and you're still looking for that sense of ease, of comfort, when you move. I want to gently remind you that the food you eat every day has more power than you might realize. It's not an instant fix, but over time, your body starts to respond. Inflammation goes down. Mobility improves. And with that, your confidence to do the things you love begins to return. It's not about being perfect. It's about making thoughtful, small choices that add up, like choosing roasted beets over chips, or tossing a few extra veggies into your stir-fry. These moments matter. They're steps toward feeling more like yourself again. You don't have to change everything overnight, just one plate at a time. So far, we've talked about some pretty amazing foods that support joint health from the inside out. Each of them, in its own way, helps calm inflammation, protect the cartilage in your knees, and make daily movement feel a little less like a chore. But there are still a couple more to explore, simple, everyday options that you might already have in your kitchen, just waiting to be rediscovered. One of the most surprising and often underrated foods that can do wonders for your joints is the avocado. Now, I know some folks are a little unsure about avocados. Maybe it's the texture, or the fact that they weren't as common when we were growing up, but they truly are one of the most joint-friendly foods out there. They're packed with healthy fats, especially monounsaturated fats, which help reduce inflammation throughout the body, including in the knees. But that's not all. Avocados also contain vitamin E, which is a powerful antioxidant known to protect joint tissue from damage. And if you're someone who's been told you need more potassium or magnesium for your bones and muscles, avocados have you covered there too. Even a few slices added to your breakfast toast, blended into a smoothie, or mashed into a dip can give your body a little extra joint support every day. Now let's not forget about something sweet, comforting, and often found in every kitchen: blueberries. These little berries might look unassuming, but they're loaded with antioxidants called flavonoids, which are some of the best inflammation fighters found in nature. What makes blueberries especially helpful for joint pain is their ability to neutralize the free radicals that contribute to tissue damage in the knees and other joints. Blueberries are easy to enjoy and incredibly versatile. Toss them on your morning cereal or oatmeal, stir them into yogurt, or just enjoy a handful as a midday snack. They're naturally sweet, low in calories, and gentle on digestion. And if you can't find them fresh, frozen ones are just as good, sometimes even better, because they're picked and frozen at peak ripeness, locking in all those beneficial nutrients. So, between the creamy richness of avocado and the tart sweet burst of blueberries, you're not just treating yourself, you're giving your joints a fighting chance. Think of these foods not as restrictions or health food, but as tools for empowerment. Every time you choose them, you're choosing more comfort, more mobility, and more freedom in your daily life. You see, knee pain doesn't have to write the story of your day. It doesn't have to decide whether you walk with your friends, play with your grandchildren, or simply enjoy standing in the garden soaking up the sun. Pain may be part of the picture, but it doesn't have to be the whole picture. And while there's no magic cure, there are choices, daily, simple, delicious choices, that can start to shift things in your favor. And the best part? You're already capable of making these changes. You don't need a special recipe book or a complicated diet plan. You just need to begin: one cherry, 1 cup of tea with ginger, 1 bowl of berries at a time. Over the weeks and months, your body will notice. Your knees will notice. You might find yourself moving with a little more ease, waking up with less stiffness, and maybe even returning to activities you'd put on pause. Let's take a moment and remember the incredible foods we've talked about, each one with its own special way of helping your body heal and feel better. Cherries, with their powerful anthocyanins, ginger, warming and soothing; spinach, rich in antioxidants and vitamin K; pineapple, bringing bromelain to reduce swelling; beets, boosting circulation and supporting detox; broccoli, with its joint-protecting compounds; red bell peppers, bursting with vitamin C; avocado, calming inflammation with healthy fats; and blueberries, the little giants of antioxidant power. Each of these foods brings something unique to the table, literally. And when you bring them together over time, they create a lifestyle that supports your joints from the inside out. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about giving your body the kind of support that adds up, day by day, to something meaningful. If you felt discouraged by pain, I want you to hear this: you are not powerless. Your choices matter. Your habits matter. And it's never too late to start giving your body what it needs to feel better. Even small steps, ones that feel manageable, can lead to real change. You've got years of wisdom, experience, and strength on your side. Let that be your foundation. So, as you head into your next meal or plan your grocery list, maybe just choose one or two of these foods to begin with. Let your curiosity lead the way. Try something you haven't had in a while. Experiment. Enjoy the process. And most importantly, be gentle with yourself. Healing is not a race. It's a journey. And you're on the right path. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these foods before? Have you noticed any difference in your joint pain when you eat more fruits and vegetables? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might just inspire someone else. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. We're building a community here, a place for support, encouragement, and real solutions for vibrant living after 60. Here's to more strength in your steps, more comfort in your knees, and more joy in your everyday life. You deserve to feel good in your body, at every age. Stay well, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward, one beautiful bite at a time.